Every child deserves an education. Mackenzie is 7 and already this year she's been suspended from school 5 times. She's not a bad kid. She lives with autism and struggles in class. When Mackenzie is there, other students suffer. When she's not there, she suffers. And there's nowhere else for her to go.
Seven-year-old Mackenzie is like most little girls. She loves painting and her dogs, CJ and Fitzy.
Fitzy's a silly boy. He fell off my mum's bed.
According to Mum Cass, she's also a child no school wants.
She often will come to me and tell me that the school hate her, nobody likes her, the school doesn't want her there, and she feels so let down and she feels disappointed.
It's because Mackenzie is different.
Yeah, so she's got the ADHD and the autism and the ODD. It just makes it really hard for her to concentrate, and she gets very overwhelmed with noises and different changes in lighting.
That means a regular classroom setting can be too much for her and causes Mackenzie to panic.
That's cool. When she's overwhelmed, she needs space. She needs to be able to be left alone, and unfortunately in a mainstream setting they don't leave them alone. And that makes her go off more. Another person.
When we visited Mackenzie at her Kurri Kurri home in the New South Wales Hunter Valley, she was suspended from her school, Telerepublic. Cass says Mackenzie can get overstimulated in class.
Because she gets triggered and overwhelmed, and then her behaviour, she will throw chairs around, she will get cranky, try to barricade herself in the classroom. Would work, what about $3.80, $3.60?
Her mum says that's Mackenzie experiencing a direct reaction to her diagnosed condition. Despite this, she was still suspended for being aggressive.
Perfect. If they just give her space and give her time to regulate herself again, we wouldn't be in this situation. Or you're going to start there, you do them ones and I do this.
So far this year, Mackenzie's been suspended 5 times, 10 since August last year.
Are the teachers equipped to deal with Mackenzie and give her the care she needs?
They're not at all equipped. I do believe in some sense they do try, and their hands are a little bit tired, but I'm not sure they try enough.
Cass says it's clear her daughter doesn't belong in a mainstream classroom. The school does offer a support class for pupils with additional needs, but Cass says they won't let her in.
Apparently there isn't any spots, and unfortunately when she was suspended for her last one, her application wasn't strong enough. They told us at the meeting, the Department of Education lady who was there told the school to make the application stronger. When she's already had 8 suspensions, like, her application should be strong enough.
Is Mackenzie causing disruptions to the other students in her class?
And I feel bad for the other kids in her class because they do often have to evacuate the classroom, or, you know, her behaviour does disrupt them.
Also full is Aspect Hunter School, a close-by specialist learning centre for children with autism. Mackenzie's on the wait list.
At this point, she doesn't really have an education. She goes to school when she's there, and she's not learning most of the time. Just 8, not 18.
Cass is a single parent. Her dad retired early to help care for his granddaughter.
It's too hard on my work for me to leave whenever the school ring, which at this point is quite regular. She can't even stay there a week.
This can have a lifelong damage to this young girl's mental health. You know, let's make no bones about it. Autistic adults tell us all the time that for them, their school years were harrowing.
Nicole Rogerson is CEO of Autism Awareness Australia.
I don't think any grown adult who is a serious person would be able to look at an autistic student and think that that was performative and they're being aggressive and not understand that. You know, a school principal who takes that view should be absolutely ashamed of the outcome of suspending a child like this.
Nicole says there's less support in regional areas, but there are always ways to help children like Mackenzie.
There's a bevy of research in what works. We can do it. If a school don't want to do it or say they can't, it really is because they don't want to.
You're making me work.
She says Mackenzie's story is a common...
The education system is absolutely failing this little girl at the moment, but she is not alone.
A recent Autism Awareness Australia survey found 35% of families with children on the spectrum have been discouraged from enrolling in school or refused. 50% of those parents experience this in the public school system. In a statement, the Department of Education told A Current Affair it's working closely with Mackenzie and her mum to best support her at school and ensure a safe learning environment for all students and staff.
This problem isn't going away. It's something that education departments need to step up and rise to the challenge.
They're failing my family and they're failing hundreds of other families. Like, we're not the only people in this situation.
Sorry, Mum.
Yeah, it's a really tough situation. You've got kids like Mackenzie who need that extra help falling through the cracks, and that's not good enough. But it is also really hard for schools and teachers who have a whole class to think about.